Hey everybody, it's me, Brenna Huckabee, and welcome back to my channel. I am in a different location today. I am at my house. I'm just not on my couch because my house is a disaster. I literally got home last night at 2:30 in the morning. I got my kids where they needed to go. Today's the only day this week with childcare, and I post my videos every Wednesday, which is tomorrow. I filmed these the day before. And the reason that is important, that I share that I'm in a new location and that I literally just got home, I have no makeup on my face, I'm in like workout gear because I'm about to clean my whole house because again, it's a disaster. I can't even sit on my couch right now. It's full of laundry. But I still showed up because today's video is all about consistency. If you started watching my channel, the last two videos that I've posted, because this is a new channel for me, you may have noticed that there was a gap in my posting, and I have been traveling and doing some really cool things in my career. I'm so proud of them. One of my goals was to create videos and my podcast while I was on the road. Unfortunately, I did not figure out how to do that. And so today I had to ask myself some big questions. How important is this to me? And if it's as important as I say it is, how can I show up and show myself and put my money where my mouth is? And that's why I'm here right now in this moment. And today I wanted to talk about consistency. I grew up doing gymnastics. Literally, my whole life goal was to be a college gymnast at the highest level. Granted, I know Olympics is the highest level, but there's like a whole ecosystem or hierarchy in gymnastics, especially in college. And like, I wanted to go to one of the top schools, ideally on scholarship, and that's what I was working towards. And so this is important because I have a tendency to aim for perfection. And what I have learned in my gymnastics history is consistency is being perfect over time. So if we had to do, there were so many times during training, we would have to do 10 perfect beam routines. If you fell, if you bobbled, if you wobbled, you had to start over. So you could get to number 9, have a fall, and then you're back at 1. And this drilled into my head that consistency means being perfect every single time. And so over the years, I have really had to work hard, dig deep, and understand what does it mean to actually be consistent? And also, what does it mean to actually be perfect? There's nothing in life there's very few things in life that you can actually measure in perfection, because like literally nothing is perfect. So this has been such a weird journey for me, and I want to share kind of a few things that have helped me better understand and navigate this idea of consistency and showing up at your 100% every time, and what that actually means and can look like in your journey. And also I want to like kind of share some of the negative parts of like being like holistically consistent. I don't know how else we're gonna call it, because there's definitely room in this like mindset and world to enable bad habits, and I just want to address those. And look, I like had this video idea come up 10 minutes ago that I wanted to talk about this. Girly is disorganized, running on no sleep, but I know what I'm talking about, so I'm confident I can make it work. One thing that I have really started to process and uncover in my own like journey is, what does consistency actually mean? Is it showing up every single day for your goals and for yourself? Or is it showing up when you have the choice to? Life is so much bigger than any goal that you may have. For instance, I am training for the Paralympics right now. My goal is to win medals in Italy 2026. And I know in order to achieve this goal, the best way is to be perfect in my nutrition, to be perfect in the gym, to be perfect on my snowboard, to listen to my perfect, right? And also attacking it at 110% every single time. However, that's not realistic. Every athlete, whether you're Paralympian, Olympian, NFL, NBA, has a life outside of their sport. They have family, friends, health that they need to navigate. They have jobs, some, not all, outside of the sport. They have stress. So is it realistic to do your habits and do your daily life every single day while you're navigating actual humanness? And one thing that I'm learning is no, it's not realistic. There are periods and seasons of your life where going to the gym 100% of the time, every month, hitting your workouts is realistic and actually not that hard. Then there are other seasons of your life. For me, right now, traveling, my kids are home, I'm not hitting every single workout. That does not mean when I wake up in the morning and I woke up early and I chose that day to hit my workout, that does not mean I wake up in the morning and go, I'm tired. Should I go or should I not? And then I choose not to. What it means is I remind myself, hey, I committed to this. I set up the time. I am exhausted, but I'm still going to show up and do what I can with the energy that I have. And so it's not about being 110. It's not about being perfect, but it is about committing to yourself and asking yourself, hey, what's important right now? What's important right now is going to the gym. Maybe it's 6 o'clock in the morning. You wake up and you hear your small child cry or is sick, or maybe you wake up and you have blisters on your body, like, severe ones. And you ask yourself, what's important to me right now? Is going to the gym and giving what I can in this moment more important than being with my sick child or taking care of my sick body? And when you can ask yourself, what's important now to me and to where my goals are, it's so much easier to go, oh no, I need to rest today. Or like, oh no, I need to be with my sick child, because life is more important than a goal. And honestly, you may find that being home with your body, everybody needs rest. You can't keep continuously showing up consistently in the gym if your body's broken. So like, you are facilitating your goal by resting. And B, you might find that being home with your child that day might fill your cup in ways that you had no idea. It might re-energize you, re-motivate you. And so I know in my past, I have 100% been so like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing enough. I didn't hit the gym. I spent time with my family today, like beating myself up because I didn't do what was perfect to my performance. But that just burnt me out in the process. So knowing when to go all in and when to pull back and focus on other areas of your life, in my opinion, is being consistent and getting your job done. Like, it is so important. And knowing how to do that, in my opinion, only comes from being able to slow down, be mindful of how you're feeling, of what's going on around you, being present, and then being able to honestly and authentically ask yourself, like, what's important to me in this moment? When I decided to film this video I'm kind of hunched because I couldn't quite get the right angle. I asked myself, like, what's important to me in this moment? Is being on the couch with my cat, which she's here, don't worry, Mousy is here. She's just like, looking at me down on the floor. Is having the perfect setup and like cozy and a better outline. What part's important to me? Is it that? Or is it showing up and sharing, which is what fills my cup, why I do this? And so I sat with myself for a second and I said, no, showing up in this space and in this way is what's important to me. It's not important how, when, why, where. I'm doing it. And so, and I did this process while I was traveling. I did ask myself what's important to me. And unfortunately, like, while this is so important to me and I love it, in that moment, my time with being on snow, I was just at a snowboard camp, being on snow and being in the gym and fueling my body took up more time and was more important to me that week that this fell through. And as much as I would love to beat myself, or as much as past me would have loved to beat myself up over it, I'm showing up right here and right now. And that is consistency, and that is a big win. What you need to kind of, and I say you, it's kind of the royal you, or the me too, we need to focus on and remember is don't, when you do this, like, oh, what's important now? Oh, I'm not gonna go do this because this is more important. Don't let it be enabling you to not put work in towards your goals. There's definitely been seasons in my life, specifically when my mental health was down. Like, I'm not beating myself up over it at all. But I do know that there have been periods of time in my life when I didn't do and stay consistent and stay true to what I said was important to me, because I never got mindful and I never slowed down and I never even asked myself and I never gave myself the choice to. So I think that's like really the key here is slow down and give yourself a choice. We don't need to live in our like conditioning and what we think we need to be doing or should be doing. We actually can slow down and give ourselves a true choice. But in the past, I wouldn't slow down. I would just kind of be like, should I do this? Should I not? Oh, I'm not going to do it. And here's how I'm going to rationalize it. And I would be really careful with how you're rationalizing not doing the thing, because it could be an easy void and vortex where you just like enable bad behaviors and you rationalize bad behaviors. But it's also important to remember not every goal you have to show up for daily. However, there are some goals that work best when you show up daily in small chunks. So the moral of the story here, folks, is slow your ass down. Slow down. Slow down your thinking, slow down your intentions, slow down what are your values. Don't slow down your speech. Sorry, I just had to say that because I know that I talk pretty fast. But it truly is about taking a breath, taking a beat, asking yourself, what do I care about? Where do I want to go? And what's important to me now in this moment? And that's how you can not only make choices, but you'll find, like, I've been doing this now for a long time. And I have found, like, wait, I didn't even realize I had the option right now to do X, Y, and Z. Like, I just got so caught up in like the daily hustle and movement and like my checklists and to-do lists that I like forgot, oh, like today, I could be cleaning my house right now. Like, that's important to me, but filming this video is more important to me, right? So if I never slowed down, I was so close to just cleaning my house today, not doing this video, because that is like what is in my visual awareness. I can like see it, I'm overwhelmed by it. But when I slowed down and asked myself what's actually more important to me, this is. And I'm still gonna get my house done, but I'm also prioritizing what's important. The small daily things, so like one thing that is important to me is, well, being mindful and asking myself what's important to me. But in order for me, I've noticed to be able to be in that habit is like meditating, journaling. And I'm realizing and learning right now that those do best daily. Those are things that like I need to learn. And I'm not ever trying to tell you I'm doing something perfectly and I've already got it figured out. Like, that's not me. That's not your girl. This is something I'm learning. I'm working through right now today. And yeah, you probably have already figured it out, or maybe not. We're all on our own paths and journeys. And I love that because like you can learn from me in some ways. I can learn from you. Tell me how it worked for you. Tell me if it didn't. That's what's beautiful about this. So anyway, I digress. I'm realizing that those habits are going to be best suited and suitable for me in my long-term progress and goals if I do them daily. And I don't right now. I do meditate and practice mindfulness daily. Actually, I don't meditate daily. I practice mindfulness daily. And so I want to meditate daily and I want to journal daily. I'm close, but I'm realizing, hey, maybe like 2 minutes of meditating and journaling is going to serve me better than doing every other day a 10-minute session. Like if I can just do 2 minutes and 5 minutes every day, that might get me to where I want to go. And I think the biggest thing, honestly, when it comes to all of this is experiment. The only way that we can know is if we try and we give it an honest shot and don't try to change everything all at once, right? It's about taking like a small intentional step, really paying attention to how that feels and how it works with your life and with your body and your goals and in your family and all the other things that are important to you, and seeing how it works for you and changing it if it doesn't work or keeping it around if it does. And the best way that we can make those choices and stick them around is by being mindful. And so if you have practice in mindfulness, amazing. This is just a reminder to keep going. You're doing great. You're on the right path. There's no destination to the path. It's literally life, and this is the journey we're on. And we get to have little checkpoints throughout the process, and sometimes they're exactly where we want it to be, and sometimes they're not, and you think it's the end of the world, but then it turns out being better than you imagined. So life is a journey with no destination, and we literally get to, every day that we get to have a hard day is truly a gift, because that means we've made it this far in our own journey and path. And like, that is so cool, and we are so lucky. And even when it doesn't freaking feel like it, like, yeah, okay, Brenna, like, yeah, I'm so lucky to be like having cancer or some shit. Like, no, that sucks for you. It does. However, yes, you are lucky because you're still here, and we still get to process and experience, and it's hard, but like, there's so much life and beauty, just so much beauty in the struggle and in the pain. And I say that, I understand that I'm saying that right now, being out of it. And I know one day though, I will be back in it, and I really hope I can come back to this video and remind myself it's a part of life, and we are so lucky that we get to experience it, because that means we're still alive. Such a cliche, but it's true. I feel like I got everything that I needed to say. I know that I'm long-winded. I'm going to, what's important to me, hold on. What's important to me now is to not apologize for being long-winded. This is who I am, and I'm really glad and grateful that you watching this gets to hang out with me today. I'm gonna clean my house so that in 2 weeks, when I do my next video, I'll be back on my couch with Mouse. Hold on, let me go get her. Oh, we have no ring light now. I hope that's okay. Don't judge my dirty house. It's actually not too bad in this room. Say bye, Mouse. Say bye. Bye, guys. See you on the next video, 2 weeks.